Hi there, it's Dr. Greene, founder and CEO of R3 Stem Cell International. Today is going to be a unique experience. I'm in San Diego right now. I'm staying at a hotel, just as if, a patient and his or her family would be when they come in for treatment. And I'm going to get picked up by our transport passenger vehicle as if I was a patient, and I'll be with other patients who have flown in. We'll meet them, and we're going to go down to Tijuana to see the treatment facility, see the whole process. So I thought it would be fun to go through the process and show people exactly what it's like, how convenient and safe it is, and actually what a great experience it is. We set this up 4 years ago, and we've treated over 1,000 patients since then for all types of different conditions, and people can fly in. We make it super easy for them and help alleviate so many difficult conditions at very cost-effective pricing with very high-quality stem cells and exosomes. How are you? How you doing? Thank you.
I'm fine.
Dr. Greene. So, tell me more about your COPD issues.
It's probably in the mild to moderate state right now.
Gotcha. Okay. And the last treatment that you had was when?
Maybe 5 weeks ago at the clinic.
Okay.
In Tijuana.
All right. And you've seen some improvement since then?
And I have, yes.
What have you noticed?
Just easier breathing, especially when I'm walking or exercising.
Okay. Before we talk about the clinical part of it, can you tell me about the experience? Like, how was it with Senor Juan here and everything?
Well, I live here. I live in San Diego, so they picked me up at the house. At the time, they said the drive across the border was very easy. The experience in the clinic was very easy. Coming back was an easy drive. I think we left by 10:30 and I was home by 2:30.
Okay, great. Awesome. So it was pretty effortless, actually.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, cool.
And if anyone's concerned about going into Tijuana, I mean, I live here in San Diego. There's no problems crossing the border. I know. But they used the medical line.
Okay.
And that made the returning trip very easy.
Okay, great. All right.
Easier to breathe when I'm walking, exercising. Not having that constriction feeling that I had prior to that.
If I can make it.
Sure. Great. So.
All right, don't crash. I'm just going to ask you some questions. All right. All right. So we're headed to Tijuana. How far is the drive from the airport?
From the airport, we're talking about 24 miles.
Okay.
So pretty easy.
Yep.
And close to the clinic, when we cross the border, 5 miles.
Gotcha. Okay.
So pretty easy.
Okay. And as a driver, when you pick folks up, have you found it to be a pretty easy process going over and back on the border?
Actually, we got good results crossing the border.
So we've been picking patients up from either the airport or their home, or we make it pretty convenient for them, right?
For sure. We try to make it very pleasant trip to them. This is the main purpose of us, the guests, patients, to relax and waiting for stem cells.
Where are you from?
I'm from Tijuana.
You are?
Mexico, yes.
Okay.
I grew up there. I work here for a big part of my life, managing nightclubs and restaurants for 35 years.
Okay. Now, what about yourself? Do you have kids?
Yes, I have two big boys. One Jose Jr., he's 37, 38, and Alejandro, 34. That's it.
Okay. Any grandkids?
Jan, that's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Dear heart.
Okay.
He said, push, push.
Yeah, it's hard to force that. I understand. So, Doug, what would you say to Juan, who's trying to get his kids to have grandkids? How did you make it happen?
Bribe them.
Bribe them. All right, are you prepared to bribe them?
I hope. Pretty soon. Pretty soon.
All right, here we are at the border.
Close to Tijuana. Yes, what's better?
You have your passport with you?
Oh crap, I forgot it. They need to see it going in. Alright. So what we've been looking at so this is the business area, Tijuana. When I look at it, if the signs were in English, to me it looks like downtown San Diego. Actually. That's the building where the clinic is, just across the street. And take you back over here where it says K Tower. That's actually where the Lucerne Hotel is. And it's really nice. We have special rates. As you can see, it's really just a block away from the office.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
Please come in. I'm Alejandra, nice to meet you.
Ah, nice to meet you in person. Yeah, that's what.
Buenos días. You can just come in. Okay. Hi.
Hi.
Nice to meet you. Dr. Greene, Alejandra,
Yes.
pleasure.
Nice to see you. All right, so we have a little reception area here. The patients are already here, so the receptionist is now in the clinic. But you walk in, there's a beautiful waiting area. Sometimes we have a lot of patients for the week. I'm here during the week, not a weekend, so we have just 3 right now. There's refreshments here. And then you walk in, and we have some really nice, comfortable chairs.
How far are we?
7 miles.
A few patients right now.
I'll text you where there's another one.
And
Then after that, it's gonna
we
be
have our centrifuge area. Some PRP samples here. This is the cooler for today's stem cells. This up here. Some dry ice in here. Keeping the cells frozen. And then our procedure room has an anesthesia cart for sedation, as well as if there were ever a complication. Actually, the only complications we've seen to date have been with the multivitamin, nothing with the mesenchymal stem cells. And if we need it, our providers are skilled in ultrasound. So for hip injections or deeper joints, we will use that to ensure accuracy.
Okay. Normally, as we get older, we can act upon the immune response by making scarring tissue. Okay, that is more frequent as we age. Okay, Okay, I'm blessed. Yeah, that happens a lot more because as we get older, normally the fastest way to do it is make the scar tissue. That makes patches. Right? We can make recovery issues. I don't know if you have seen, for instance, a patient. These are the exosomes. Okay, the exosomes are extracellular communicators. Okay, they will carry communicating proteins, messenger RNA, and these are 5 milliliters, which has 50 billion stem cells. Okay, of exosomes from mesenchymal stem cells. Okay, we take the stem cells out of defrost only when the patients are already connected, because stem cells can have a cell death rate that can happen after 8 hours of being defrosted, right? In order to avoid that, we apply the stem cells right under the hour of being defrosted. So just after they defrost, we apply them to the patient, okay? So that we don't have no cell death rate, okay? Also, when you do a procedure, for instance, in this case, intrathecal, we combine the stem cells with the plasma. The plasma has the platelets, and in itself, it has a cellular matrix. So they won't die as long as they're in a cellular matrix. And once you combine it with the plasma, you are putting them in a cellular matrix itself. Let me show you one of them on the blood, okay? This is one of the patient's blood samples. It has already been separated. We have the red blood cells, we have the white blood cells, which is a thin layer that you can see, and we have the plasma. The plasma, it gets divided into 3 parts. The one that is rich in platelets, the one that is medium in platelets, and the one that is poor in platelets. The one that we use is the one in the bottom, so that we can have the best result possible in all patients. Yeah.
David Santos. I'm 31 years old. I'm a father of one, of a 5-year-old little man, my little clone, from Montreal, Quebec in Canada. Prior to my accident 14 months ago, I was a restaurant manager. I happened on a night where we didn't drink, we didn't do anything. It was just one of those freak accidents that happened. We went underneath a semi truck. We went underneath the back of the trailer. It completely shaved off the entire top of our car. The medics themselves still don't understand how me and my friend survived.
So they would describe you in the medical records as a high cervical injury?
Yeah, it was referred, well, from to speak, they would always say a C4.
Okay.
Yeah, a weak C4.
From your interview with Dr. Ramon and other things, what are you hoping to accomplish with your treatment today?
To be honest, I have a very open mind, more open than I did before actually, and I believe I'm not leaving Mexico with my hands empty, so to speak. I do believe I'll gain something from this. The sensation in my arms again, being able to move my fingers, that'll be more than anything in the world to me. If I could at least give my boy, a high five, or he's everything to me, my son. Nothing else in the world matters more to me, and I hope. And if I get back my legs, it's even better. I'll run all the way to Mexico to come thank you guys for the help.
You might feel a little bit cold. We just finished the defrost, okay?
Sounds good.
So what we do is we first suction a little bit and then we close it up because we don't want it flowing back to the back, okay? Hay unos que son de sobre. Normally, when we're talking about no anti-inflammatories, steroids or non-steroid anti-inflammatories, no.
First, hi, my name is Alejandra de la Puerta. I'm the clinic manager. I make sure to have all the transportation coordination for every patient, make sure we have everything that we need for the procedures, and coordinate with the doctor. And we'll just be here and make sure patients stay happy. Almost every time we need to coordinate transportation, make sure that driver is on time, bring it over here, and then have them taken back as soon as they're done. We use a medical line, which is very convenient because it's less weight on the border.
Yep.
And I mean, we always let them know that we're in the heart of the city, where all the clinics and like hotels are, restaurants, and it's about 5 minutes from the border.
So Rio Zona, which is where we are, that is the medical tourism area.
Correct. This is a medical tourism area, and it's one of the most nicest and safest areas in Tijuana.
I was saying to Juan when I was driving is, if the signs were in English, I would still think I was in downtown San Diego.
Yeah, that's what they say. They don't feel that they travel to another part. It's pretty much the same. I mean, we're just crossing the border.
For instance, one of the procedures that we have done with this is stem cell lift. We do it with PRP. We have all the growth factors properties, then we combine it with the stem cells. And we can put it in.
Okay, well, I live here. I live in San Diego, so they picked me up at the house. At the time, they said the drive across the border was very easy. The experience in the clinic was very easy. Coming back was an easy drive.
Cool.
And if anyone's concerned about going into Tijuana, I mean, I live here in San Diego. There's no problems crossing the border.